You gotta be thankful for the tough times, man. You gotta be thankful because that's your test. It's easy to do what's right. It's easy to, walk in high vibrations when everything in your life is right. When your spouse acting right. When your bank account right. When it's food in the cabinet. It's easy to be a quote unquote good person when all those things are good. But what if they're not? What does that do to you? Because when the external world goes bad, you go bad, that's just evidence that you were never in control of yourself. You were never leading your life. You were letting circumstances control you. And a man or a woman controlled by circumstance isn't a man or a woman. You're a puppet. You can be puppeted. Because at the end of the day, you're not always going to be able to control your circumstance. All you can control is the way you navigate and the way you maneuver your life. And to make this more applicable, man, just to have some actions that you could take part in. Because it's an opportunity when the world isn't moving the way you want it to. This is an opportunity for you to level up. You can be a better version of yourself, but you'll never know how good of a person you are, how strong of a person you are, until it's tested, right? Until you face opposition, adversity, resistance. I can't say that, I have very strong hamstrings if I've never squatted a specific amount of weight. That's the measurement of your strength, the amount of resistance you can endure. And it's the same with your mental, man. What's the resistance that your mental can endure? And that's not to be, giving space for toxic things. Sometimes certain situations should be completely evaded, completely avoided. You don't have to be in a toxic situation to measure your mental resistance. Because you evading that is also evidence of a strong mindset. But things you can't control, things that just come with the territory of being a human being and living in this Western world, right? You got to be able to resist sometimes. You got to come out of the mud. How you operate in the mud is going to produce the type of person you become. And life is always going to give you highs, and it's always going to give you lows. But it's the way you operate in the lows, man. That's the evidence of your character. Feel me? I'm out here, man. I'm in this sunlight. Had to sweat, had to exercise. I wasn't feeling good this morning. But I could have decided I was going to sit in bed. I was going to mope. I was going to sulk. I was going to have a pity party. But nah, man. I decided that I don't got time for that. And you can make that decision, man. You have to tell yourself, yo, I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to be pitiful. All that does is keep you still. You know what I mean? Fill it out. Move on. Keep looking forward. Take baby steps, man. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't run, walk. But keep moving. Whatever it is you got to do. Keep reading that book. Keep studying for that exam. Keep exercising. Keep speaking positive affirmations into your life. Stop allowing your circumstances to define you. Only you can define yourself. Right? Who cares what people think? Who cares? Words? Words? People talking about you? People got something negative to say about you. People decide they don't want you in their life no more. People decide to ignore you. Whatever, you know what I mean? All these things, whatever. You gotta be a giant in the face of your adversity. It's nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant. You gotta minimalize negativity. You gotta make negativity a joke. Oh, you being negative? Wow. That's cute. That's funny. That's how you deciding to be? Out of all the things you can be in this world, you gonna be negative? Yo, that's a reflection of your own lack. Don't project that on me. Don't project that on me. And it goes both ways. Sometimes you're that person. Sometimes you are that toxic person. So you gotta check yourself, man. I'm guilty. I've been that toxic person. I've been that negative person. I've been that person projecting my feelings onto the world. I've been that person who thinks I'm entitled to have a good day and be feeling the best I've ever felt. But all that did is work against me, man. And a lot of times we think that trying to make the world the way we want it to be is in our best interest. No, man, that works against you. You cannot resist the world. That's like trying to pull the sun back down when it's rising. No, the sun gonna rise whether you want it to or not. Just like the world is going to move the way it's gonna move, and you cannot change anything. All you can change is the way you perceive it and the way you decide to navigate it. If you're resisting the world, if you always trying to change somebody, trying to change this, trying to change that, bruh, you are on a failed mission. You felt that mission before you even started, right? And I say this all the time, man. I've said this in a lot of my other videos. But you gotta be in harmony. You have to synchronize. And the only way to do that is to get out of your own way. Get out of your way, man. Woman, get out of your way. You're your biggest obstacle. Nothing in life has kept you back this far. If you're alive today, if you're breathing, you have breath in your lungs, there's nothing that you've been through that you haven't survived. Why do you think that something's gonna happen that you won't be able to endure? Even in the state you're in, you might not even be feeling yourself. You might have low self-esteem. You might feel like life hasn't been right. But guess what? You've still made it through all those things. You've made it through all those things. But a lot of times we like to allow those things to continue to afflict us. Yeah, someone broke your heart. Wasn't that 2 years ago? Why are you still allowing that to afflict you? You know what I mean? I'm gonna make this real. You might have been sexually abused. You know? Did that break you? I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But I'm saying all this to say you were made ready. You just gotta realize your potential. You have to realize what you're capable of. But so many people are identifying with our low states of being, with low vibrational perspectives and feelings. No. Eventually it comes down to a decision, man. Who you want to be? Who do you want to be in this life? Do you want to be a victim or do you want to be victorious? And if you ask me, it's too many victims in the world right now. It's too many victims. I don't want to be a victim. And I hope that if you're watching this video, you don't want to be a victim. Because if you continue to be a victim, then you'll never contact the power that exists within you. You will always be a slave to circumstance. You will always be puppeted by external things. Yo, this world goes from the internal out. Whatever's happening in here, whatever's happening here, that's what's happening out here. And you can make it that way. You can make it that way. But that's all I gotta say, man. Thank you for tapping in if you watch this video. My name is Prince Teflon. And I'm signing out, man. Peace.